So some guy wants to come over and take a look at my RER1000 Craftsman. Gotta put some gas in it. It's been a while since I rode this. Let's see if it starts up. Choke. It was really revving high. So I told the guy not to come. I still had stuff to work out, and worked it all out. So everything's good. Idle screw needed to be adjusted. That handle had a bad bolt and it would never tighten. So that was the reason why it wasn't tight enough to get the tensioner belt to engage the blades perfectly. And that's it. Yeah, I messed with it for about an hour and a half. Just stuff that I did before, but I have to make it more solid now. So it's ready to sell. So the guy came to look at this. Can you believe it? He was ready to pay $875 for this. Anyway, wouldn't start. Isn't that what always happens? Runs great before the guy comes to see it, and then when he comes to see it, it won't start. I just cleaned this, right? I mean, I just, not long ago, finished this carburetor. How did it get all boogered up so quickly? Holy cow. No wonder it didn't start. Jet was all blocked off too. I think I might have to change that fuel filter. I don't think it's doing jack. Reinstalled the newly cleaned carburetor. Messed with the adjustments there on that throttle bracket. It's very complicated. Lots of screws, lots of springs, all kinds of stuff. Tested the fuel, drained it out, at least some of it. Doesn't appear to have any water in it. But this fuel filter is trash. Even though it looks pretty clear inside, you can see that there is some debris. I'm gonna change it. New one going in. Now I gotta put all this crap back. Charge the battery up. You know, I've worked on this a lot. This is a pain in the ass. I wouldn't want to keep this myself. Never run like this before. Turn off a little bit of oil, I overfilled it. Sounds really good. Fixed. Runs pretty good now. Hopefully we'll sell it sometime soon. Since this mower is so prone to gumming up, put a fuel shutoff on it. Also, this is a neutral, but you can't really push it. Looks like it goes backwards good. If you try to push it forwards, it kind of rubs on the brakes. So I just mowed this lawn like 4 days ago, but we've been getting crazy rain. So I'm gonna try out my newly fixed RER1000, see how it does. Just when I was starting to mow, it just, like a backfire, poof, and then nothing. Like no fuel is getting to the carburetor. This thing's kind of like a piece of shit. It's like one thing after another. There's always problems with it. I can't stop fixing it. But not today. I gotta go watch TV. So it's the next day. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just popped like a backfire, stopped, and it won't start. Choke. The only thing I could think of, maybe the rocker arms fell off the valves and the push rods. Of course you can't get to this one. You gotta take this thing off. Son of a... Let's take the valve covers off and see if everything looks in order. But the valves are not opening. No gas is getting into the cylinder. Why it doesn't start. No, everything looks okay. Let's crank it and see if it moves. Now it turns over, but it doesn't stay running. But everything looked like it was okay. Why? Not getting any gas? When I put in the fuel shutoff, could that have been a bad fuel shutoff? All right, valve is closed. Free flowing. It is kind of hard to blow.
That's what she said.
Aha! Look at this. It's collapsed on the inside. It's not getting fuel. Oh my God. So we knew that it was flowing perfectly fine from the gas tank to the fuel filter to the shutoff, and shut off after that, that segment going to the carburetor, that line was collapsed. I just measured the same amount of line that I just took off, and you blow through it, clear through. That was the problem. Collapsed fuel line. And you just gotta keep troubleshooting segment after segment, rule out certain things. All right, now it should be good. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Now it ought to run. So I mowed for about 10-15 minutes, and it just didn't seem like it's really even mowing all that much. Lowered it all the way to level 2 from level 5, and it still doesn't look like it's really mowing all that well. It's a piece of junk. Then right now it just stopped again. Started right up again, but only runs on choke. Just cleaned the carburetor, and the whole fuel lines have been changed. What is going on with this thing? It's a piece of junk. Listen, some people swear by that, but usually people that say those things are great is because they've never owned a regular lawn tractor before. That's a riding mower. If you owned a lawn tractor, it's night and day. It's on choke. Use the Troy-built lawn tractor, and that's not even a real lawn tractor. That's not even a really good one. But look, it mowed it nicely, even, lots of power. When you PTO that thing, it goes. How'd that sound go? Like power, you know, really slicing through that. People that say riding mowers are great, it's because you never had a lawn tractor before. And that's not even great. So I gotta figure out why it seems like it's not even cutting, you know? Is the blade loose? The blade seems to be okay. I mean, look how high up it is, you know what I mean? I had to put it on 2 before I even saw anything cutting. This is 1, so it's at least already 2 inches off the ground. Should have noticed it being cut. It wasn't. Let's see if it even spins fast. if it starts. So I am happy that that stalling problem wasn't like a broken connecting rod or the valves blowing or something. It was just that collapsed fuel line. But I think at the end of the day, I think this PTO cable is just not pulling the tensioner pulley its full range to give the tightness of the belt. That's what I'm feeling it is. I might have to remove the deck just to get a better look at it. So before I remove the deck, I wanted to try something. I removed the PTO blade engagement cable that is attached to the spring. Over the years, pulling it, this spring gets longer so that the cable stretches in a way. So you're not getting the full range of motion. So I decided that I was going to bend this up, and I threw in a washer. I cut a slit in it. So then now I have essentially shorted this cable by 1/2 inch. Like, in other words, there's a little stub that's attached to this cable that's right there, and it usually stops in there, right there, see? So I shoved the washer in there with a slit in it so that the cable goes through it. And so now that stub is here. So that is basically shortening this cable by 1/2 inch. Hopefully that will pull this 1/2 inch more, therefore tightening the blade belt, the mower deck belt, a little bit more to give it more grippage when engaged. And then that way the blades will spin fast as it should. I'm going to try this first before I take all this shit apart. But I think that might work. The trick now is to try to get this in there and in there, because I've now shortened the spring. It's going to be difficult. All right, I attached it onto here. Let's see if it makes any difference. I hope it does. I think that did it. Sweet. While I'm here, I have access to the blade without taking it off. You know, only the 3 inches here at the end of the blade actually cuts. You know that, right? The whole blade isn't sharp. It's just the ends of the 3 inches. And we could do the other side too. So because I had already cut it, I couldn't really tell what it was doing. So I had to lower the level to 1, the lowest cutting depth. And it cut it really well. It looks sweet. So finally, this thing is running like it should. I guess it's okay, provided everything works as it should. There was just so many problems with this, and I can't reliably just keep it for myself. It's an unreliable thing. You never know what's gonna happen to it next. But looks like we cleared it up. Time will tell. I'll continue to use this because there's not exactly a million people banging down my door trying to buy this thing. I have it listed for $875. I know my prices are ridiculous, but I'll tell you what, you'll never get that if you don't list it high. I will sell this as low as $500, but you gotta have somebody that wants it first. If I wanted to get rid of it, I'd just list it for $500. It'll be gone like that. So I can't even remember or name you all the things that I've done to this since I got it. To me, it's a piece of junk. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you small engine equipment content like this. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.